Outputs. So I heavily focus on outputs. What are you trying to achieve and why? So let's work backwards from the output that you're trying to achieve. So you want to get to a target audience of people within a sector. Cool. Okay. Do you have any understanding of what that audience consumes in terms of content? Have you done any research in this? Do you know anybody in this sector? You can go and have a conversation and go, hey, what do you like reading online? Is it long form? Is it short form? Is it videos? Is it podcasts? Which platforms are you on? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Twitter? Is it Facebook? Is it TikTok? Is it all of them? It's probably going to be a blend. If they say to me no, it's like, okay, well, you probably need to go away and do a bit of that, because until you actually understand your intended audience and how they want to interact with you, I can give you a framework, but if you're pushing in the wrong place and you're putting the wrong content out there that they're never going to engage with, then this isn't going to work. Assuming that they do understand that, we then kind of work backwards through the process to kind of move forward. It's like, okay, so we want to get here. So the three concepts are your personal brand, network, and content to get from here to there. Because if I go back to, it's the digitization of the sales process, if you will, not the digitization of the output. Because 20 years ago, what was I trying to do? Get a business meeting. How did I do it? Cold calls. Today, what am I trying to do? Get a business meeting. How do I do it? That has fundamentally transformed, and the process to get to that business meeting has changed. Once that business meeting happens, we're in a sales process. Just say thank you. Thanks for taking the time to comment. But it's back to the Getting Naked kind of book I was referring to. You've probably seen what we basically give the keys to the kingdom in terms of what we do. All our IP is online. If somebody actually bothered stitching it all together, they would never ever need to come to us and pay us money to do what we do. But people can't be asked to do that, right? They're lazy. So of course there's going to be trade secrets that you can't give away, but just give, don't gate your content. Just give, and again, I hate the word, but because it's just so loaded, but give value. So like all the how-to videos on YouTube of me just spending time, just showing people how to do stuff. And people have come to me going, that's awesome. I didn't know you could do that on LinkedIn. Now can you come and help my sales team? They could easily just give that video to the sales team and go, watch this for free. Now do it. But we know that's not going to be the case. But if I had never spent the time and effort of doing a 2-minute, 3-minute video on YouTube, which I then share on LinkedIn and going, did you know you could do this on LinkedIn? I didn't know you could do that on LinkedIn. I've given value to the audience. And by doing that, you then start to build that trust. They then start to look at who else you're connected to in their sphere of influence. Well, I know him, her, him, and they're sensible people. And if they're connected to Alex, okay. And look at that recommendation from that company, okay. That's how you can start to build trust with people before you've even met them. Just be nice. Just help people. It's not in the kind of the cheesy way, but treat them as you'd like them to treat your grandmother. Just be helpful. So different cultures use different platforms for starters. So if you're in China, okay, China's got access to, you can use LinkedIn in China, but you need to be on WeChat and you need to be able to speak Mandarin and write Mandarin. If you're in Japan, you need to be online. And again, you need to be able to write Japanese. You need to understand, obviously, the culture, the varying nuances and cultural sensitivities across the piece. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Avoid sex, politics, and religion because it is so divisive. And even if you start a post with certain presidents of a country and then go on to write the best post you've ever written in your life, the fact you started with that name, you've divided your audience completely because it's just, well, politics at the moment in all countries is so black and white. Mm-hmm. You're either in or out. There's no room to have a sensible discourse around it, which is why we tend to encourage people to avoid it. But again, it comes back to your earlier question around advising kind of an entrepreneur around, do you understand your audience? Assuming you've had physical business meetings with people and physical conversations with people in your culture, you should understand what resonates culturally and what you can and cannot say online. And if it feels wrong, it probably is.